and welcome back to the channel and another video. As per the last, I think we've done this for nearly 7 seasons now, Tom.
Yeah.
And I've just, well, you've seen him already, but yeah, I've given it away who it is. It's it's Tom Batchford with me again. This is always fun to do, and I always have fun doing them with yourself, Tom. So we are back.
Oh God, yeah.
For another season of Premier League predictions. We barely get any right.
Yeah.
but we have fun doing it.
Well, I'm fairly sure. Actually, I feel like last season I forgot to put Burnley in the league, didn't I?
No.
I forgot to put them in the league.
Yeah, no, Burnley weren't in the league last
so
year.
I had to change my whole. Yeah. I just had to push the whole bottom half of the table down.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But
I haven't done that this year, I think.
Yeah, and as the
and everything.
I mean, I'm 32 next month, so I think I can say, as the kids say these days, you absolutely cooked me on the on the predictions last. So that's what the cool kids say now. Is it cooked?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's the language has moved on already.
Yeah, well,
but it confuses me because I could say, "Oh, you're absolutely cooked," and that's a bad thing. But if I say let him cook, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I always used to get confused. I always used to get confused at football when you'd see someone do like a step over past it, and they'd be like, "Oh, they've roasted him." I'd be like, "Wait, calm down, hang on." Yeah, that's Cook's a bit more family friendly than roasting, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, because we didn't bother doing it earlier in the year, let's go back just slightly. We'll do it very quick as we can to last season, and I've got my predicted table here. I believe you've got yours.
Yeah, I've got mine.
So we'll quickly run through this as we can. So the bottom 3 for last season, Tom, I put Bournemouth, I put Fulham, and I put Everton. Which it nearly was Everton, but no. What did you put yourself?
I remember this vividly. We're going, well, Fulham, they're going to go straight back down. They had quite a good season. So yeah, I had Fulham 20th, Leeds, which you criticised me for, but I said no. Trust me, they're rubbish.
Yeah,
Fulham, Leeds, and Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, and yeah, the Leeds you got spot on as well in the right place. So well played, Tom. After that, I had Brentford.
Yeah, God.
I had Nottingham Forest, which I got correct. Go me.
Yeah,
and then I had Southampton.
Right. Yes, I to be fair, I had Southampton finishing 17th, so I was pretty close. Bournemouth 16th, and then I had Leicester down there as well. To be fair,
yeah,
that was my 15th, Leicester.
Yeah, so obviously it was Everton, Forest, and Bournemouth in those positions. 14th, I had Leeds.
Yeah.
13th, I had Palace. And 12th, I had Brighton.
Oh, God. We really messed this up, didn't we? Yeah, I had Everton 14th, Wolves 13th. Shit, did they not finish it? Did they not finish 13th?
I think, no, Wolves did finish 13th, so you got another one.
Oh, there you go.
Points for Tom, yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, Brentford 12th.
Yeah, so yes, it was West Ham 14th, Wolves 13th, and Chelsea in 12th. I mean, if you predicted Chelsea in 12th, then can you join our group bet because we need you. You are superb.
Yeah, we are getting cooked every week in the group bet.
And I am the one that's getting the cooking. So, well. It doesn't matter. It's last season. We'll do 11th to 9th. so I put 11th Newcastle, 10th Wolves, and 9th I put Leicester. I got sucked in by Brendan Rodgers. God.
Yeah. I had Brighton 11th, Villa 10th, Palace 9th.
Yeah, and it was Palace 11th, Fulham 10th, and Brentford 9th. So after that, we'll do 8 to 6. I had West Ham at 8th.
I had West Ham at 8th.
Yeah. I did Aston Villa 7th because I knew that Gerrard was going to get sacked and Unai Emery was going to. I knew at the start of the season. I didn't sit here and go, I think Gerrard's a good manager and he'll do well because they've got good players. I knew.
You thought that he's definitely going to get sacked.
Yeah,
and they're going to get a quality manager.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Unai Emery, who I've never criticised before.
Yeah, of course. Who else could it have been?
Yeah, exactly. And then 6th, I did Man United.
All right, yeah. So 8th,
Yeah.
I had West Ham, same as you. Then I did Newcastle. Yeah, then I had 6th, Man United.
Yeah, and obviously 8th was Spurs, 7th was Villa, and Brighton finished in 6th. And then top five, Tom.
Yeah,
I did the Chelsea.
same here.
I had 4th as Arsenal.
Same here.
Number 3, I had Spurs.
Same here.
2, I had City. Oh my god.
Same here.
And number 1, I put the Scousers, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same here. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so we had exactly the same top 5.
Yeah, and obviously,
Yeah. I absolutely. So look at you sent me this, and I thought, there's no way. I can't believe I put Spurs third.
Yeah,
I
did.
You know, I'm not going to bother watching the video back.
No,
But I would recommend everyone else do.
yeah, please, yeah.
We
Yeah.
really could do with the views. But I feel like I cooked Spurs all video on how awful their transfer window was, and they just went, yeah, third. Yeah, they're better than Arsenal.
Yeah,
and I don't know why I did that.
yeah, and then obviously Liverpool were 5th, Newcastle were 4th, Manchester United were 3rd. I nearly said Spurs were 3rd. I'm looking at it wrong. Arsenal was 2nd, and Manchester City ended up as a champions. Boring. They won a treble. Boring.
Hell.
And just quickly, we'll go to everything else that we done there. So the Golden Boot for that season, I picked Mo Salah after watching Erling Haaland in the Community Shield and thinking, nah, he's not making it here.
To be fair, I picked Kane.
Yes.
And in any normal season, he absolutely would have won Golden Boot.
Yeah, well, I think you actually did say that Haaland always gets a somewhat long injury. So you were like, I'm picking Kane because I think Haaland's going to get injured for a long amount of time.
Yeah, he didn't.
But yes, Haaland won that.
Yeah.
The record, I think record scoring season. So yeah, he proved us wrong. I think he watched us and took it personally. That's what, if anything, he should.
Yeah, it does that. Yeah.
We pushed him on. Yeah. Player of the year. We both went for Liverpool players. I picked Virgil van Dijk because I thought if Liverpool going to win the league, it's because Virgil van Dijk's been amazing. And you picked Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I think maybe I went down the route of it's normally someone English.
Yes. Yeah.
They normally overhype someone. They're going to win the league. Definitely, Liverpool will definitely win the league.
Yeah.
And they'll just overhype Arnold.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, but no, it was Haaland won that as well. And then young player of the year, we both went for Saka. We were like, no, I'm backing Saka. He should
have won it.
He's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. And it was Haaland again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the FA Cup, I picked the Scousers to win that as well. I was like, it's going to be a double season for them. I feel sick saying it, but they're going to win the double.
Yeah. I went for City.
Yeah, so well played.
I thought that was the only trophy they were going to win last year.
The League Cup, I picked City because I thought the depth, as always, they normally win it. And you picked Man City as well.
Yeah,
and it was United.
Yeah,
yeah. And then the Europa Conference League, I went for Villarreal because I was like, Unai Emery is manager of Villarreal at the time. He normally wins the second tier things or the third tier things.
Then he went to Villa.
Yeah.
So you picked that, but you knew he was going to go to Villa and get them 7th.
Yeah, because
you also said he was going to win Villarreal the Europa League.
Yeah, well, because he would have done all the work in the rounds before.
The legwork.
Yes, exactly. He would have done it.
Right.
Yeah, see, you're on my wavelength, Tom. He would have done all the legwork, and the players would. It would have been so easy for him just because of how Emery set them up before. I think you just out of the blue were like, West Ham are in it, aren't they? And I went yes, and you went okay. I'm picking West Ham. I don't think you had any.
No, you'll see from my pick for who's going to win it this year that I've done absolutely zero research, just picked.
Yeah,
I went for West Ham because they were the only team that I think
you said to me, "Why are we even predicting this?"
So I went for West Ham because that was the only team that I knew were definitely in it. So.
Yeah. The Europa League, I picked Roma. They got to the final. I thought every year Jose's not in the Champions League. He normally wins whatever else he's in. And he lost and then went mad at that referee in the airport, didn't he, and everything else. So, bad times. You picked Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I went for Leipzig. I'm
Yeah.
not even sure if they were in it, to be honest.
No, I think this is your running joke that they get eliminated for the Champions League and then they're going to win the. You've done it like
Yeah.
for 2 or 3 years on the spin. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I'll be shocked if you haven't picked Red Bull Leipzig for the Europa League this year. And then the Champions League, I went for Real Madrid.
Yeah, I went for Barca, who got knocked out in the Europa League
Yeah.
qualifying game.
Yeah. But so that wraps up that. So let's move into present time, Tom.
Oh.
Have you got your table there ready just before I?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm doing that so I can, I'm not doing adverts.
Oh.
Should have ripped the label
Oh,
off.
was it Volvic or
It's
Evian?
it's the one beginning with E.
Well, they can sponsor us if they want.
Oh yeah, I'll take the money.
We
Yeah.
certainly look like we could do with hydrating. So
Yes, yeah, especially me. It is quite boiling in this room.
I had some Schweppes in there, Diet Schweppes.
Oh, Diet Schweppes. Oh, very nice.
From my IKEA glass made in
Yeah.
Russia. That don't make sense. How's that make sense?
Just that is how it is. What it is. Right, Tom. Bottom 3, please. And then I'll do mine, and then we'll do why.
Yeah. I have gone for Sheffield United bottom. Get out of the league. I've got and I picked this team before their manager left. So I picked Wolves 19th.
Oh, okay.
And 18th, I went for Luton. Get out of the league.
Okay. I've got exactly the same as you.
Oh.
but in a completely different order.
Okay.
So I've got Luton rock bottom.
Yeah.
I've then got Sheffield United.
Yeah.
And I've done Wolves. And again, I done this the other day when Lopetegui was still there. And I thought he's not going to stay there long.
It's pretty obvious he's going to go.
They're going to get someone new in. They're going to lie to him as well that he's going to have money to spend and he won't. And to be fair, that Gary O'Neill, again, I think he got lapped up a bit. I think their run at the end, they were quite lucky they scraped some of those games. Yeah. It wasn't anything amazing. I mean, I felt bad for him that he kept them up and then they sacked him the first chance really they could get.
Yeah.
And it's because again they've just got they've got I can't remember the main guy's name, but they've got that Michael B. Jordan as a co-owner, the actor. So he to a foreign owner, English managers aren't. That's not sexy, is it? It's not sexy. It's not the sexy thing to have the English manager. No. So let's go get this hipster choice from Spain. And let's see how we do. But
I do feel like with Bournemouth last season, it was more of a fact that there's just teams worse than you.
Yes,
that's why you're staying up.
Exactly, and the teams that did sack their managers near the end that were towards the bottom, they just went for completely. Like Dean Smith. Dean Smith's a terrible manager. Allardyce at Leeds, terrible. That Javi Grazia when he was at Leeds, he was terrible at Watford. It just didn't work out. But no, for me, Luton, the small sample size of the Championship that I did watch, I was like, you play sort of a 3-4-2, and your strikers. They like bully, they're very physical and they bully the people in the Championship. I think you're playing up against better defenders and stronger defenders, and I don't see you knocking people about like you did in the Championship to win the games that you won. So that's the main reason about them. Sheffield United, as far as I'm aware, last season I think 2 of the best players they had were on loan from Man City. They've obviously gone back. Yeah. They've sold a player that was brilliant for them to somebody else. I think. Yeah, that's it. And then they've sold. And they've just sold Sander Berge to Burnley. So
I mean, that's why I've got the bottom, because it's I feel like they did do well in the Championship, but at the same time, I think normally, obviously, Burnley ran away with it, and I think just maybe as long as you're a bit consistent. You've got a good chance of racking up a lot of points, and then everyone else below was just a bit like all over the place. But like you said, they've sold their 2 best players, Yeah, what are you doing? Why have you come up to the Prem and just sold your two best players? Like, just what a waste of a spot in the Prem. Like, it's already bad enough that with the teams that are in the Premier League this year, it's awful. It's the worst lineup for Premier League I've ever seen in my life. But it's
but
doing
I'm
my
still
head
going
in.
to watch every game, James.
I'm going to watch all the Arsenal games. Yeah, it's awful. Honestly, like I genuinely can see. I mean, I think them three are getting relegated.
Yeah.
But honestly, anyone, I feel like anyone in the bottom half could get relegated. They're just all rubbish.
Yeah.
Anyone I put in the bottom half, any of them teams can get relegated.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm looking at mine now. Obviously, we'll do it in a sec, but my 20th to 13th could swap. Any of
Yeah,
my yeah, literally any of them could go down.
and this is why it was difficult doing this because I
Yeah.
was like, well, yeah, Sheffield United bottom. I think I was like Sheffield United, Wolves, Luton. I think they'll get relegated. Then after that, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about bloody Fulham. They're going to be rubbish this year. I forgot about Everton. I forgot about Burnley. I forgot about Forest. I forgot about Bournemouth. You got any of them could get relegated.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So let's do 17th to 15th, Tom. Do you want to go
Yeah,
first?
yeah. It's the 17th. I've got Forest. Uh, it's just not that good, really. It's pretty dire to watch them last season. I've got Burnley 16th. People are hyping them up massively. Yes, they played good football for the Championship, but I just don't think you can come into the Prem and play that's because basically they just played better football than anyone in the Championship. They were better at that than anyone else in the Championship. You're not better at well, where have I put 16th? So you're not better at 15 teams at football. Because if you try to do that against any of the top six, you're going to get battered. They're going to get off Friday, mate. I tell you, they're going to get battered against City. If they come out and try to play football.
They lost 6-0 to them in the FA Cup, didn't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then the 15th, Bournemouth. Again, I look at the teams I put above them and could have been any of them. I hate all of them.
Yeah. So for me, 17th, I've done Bournemouth.
Yeah.
16th, I've done Nottingham Forest. Same sort of reason as you. And then 15th, I've gone for Everton.
Yeah.
I think Everton could have been lower if this points deduction does go through. But then I don't understand how you can give them a points deduction for financial situations. Yet Man City have 115 charges against them, and then all of a sudden they've found this financial stuff at Chelsea that goes back to 2003, like it's new. Like it's just come out of nowhere that Chelsea from 2003.
What a shock.
Yeah. That team that's literally bought everything for nearly 20 years.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was looking at that earlier today. I saw a little video about explaining it, and like they got like a 10 million euro fine from UEFA, but UEFA only went back to like they can only go back 5 years.
Yeah.
So the period that Chelsea have been accused of is 2012 to 2019. And UEFA could only go back to 2017. And I'm thinking, if they find them, you know what the UEFA fines are? They're normally nothing. I was like, £10 million, €10 million is a lot for UEFA to fine you. And that's just for 2 of those years that they broke the rules.
Yeah.
I was like, what were they, how much would they have fined them for if they went all the way back? So what have they been up to? But yeah, they won't get one. But yeah, Everton, they'll probably get one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't care. Well, yeah, I don't care about Everton.
Yeah. So 14th to 12th, please, Tom.
Yeah, and this is why it's I think I've put Everton 14th.
Okay.
But again, they're going to survive. You know, I've got them 14th, but they're going to survive by the skin of their teeth. They're just going to get lucky again because there's just 3 worse teams than them. So I've got Everton 14th, Fulham 13th, West Ham 12th. I feel like I would like to put them lower now because I've read somewhere that they might be selling Paqueta as well. So you've sold your best midfielder and you've not bought anyone, and now you're going to sell your new best midfielder and still not buy anyone. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, it like I said, it's absolutely that 20th to 13th that I've got's mad. Like it could be any of them, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I've done West Ham in 14th.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to. I do think they're going to struggle, but they'll stay. They've got enough there to stay, in my opinion. And you know, I saw today that they've agreed in principle for Ward-Prowse.
Right.
Maguire coming in and becoming their captain, I'm like, you've just got yourself sacked, David Moyes, by doing that.
Yeah.
You've written your own, you've signed your own P45 there by doing that. I don't think the fans are going to take to that at all. And
To be fair, I think he suits West Ham.
yeah, he's probably going to be
He's a
better.
West Ham player.
He's probably going to be better in a back three than he is in the four for
Well,
Manchester
he'll just be
United.
better at a team that don't play football.
Yeah,
I can't lie.
yeah,
It's the way it is.
yeah, and yeah, I'm with you. Selling Paqueta as well, they're going to get the money back in, but I look at it and I think Declan Rice 105 mil. They're looking at spending 60 of it on Maguire and McTominay.
Yeah,
Like you're spending more than half of that money on Maguire and McTominay.
Well, I actually think the maddest thing about that situation is that United turned it down. How are you turning down 30 million for McTominay? Are you mental?
Yeah.
What do you think he is? Honestly.
Yeah, I know that people go on about English. I don't know if it stretches to Scottish. I mean, I know he is English and he plays for Scotland, but I didn't know there's Scottish tax as well.
Well, look, right. If they're turning down 30 million for McTominay, and sort of the price that was banded around for Tierney was like 35, you could double that price for Tierney.
Yes.
If McTominay's going for more, well, they've rejected 30. He'll go for more than 30. I want 60 for Tierney.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. No, I do. I agree with you. No, I do agree with you. And then I've got Palace at 13th.
Yeah.
I just think I look at Roy and I think is he going to last the season? I don't know, but
what? Do you mean not get sacked or just
not get? Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh God. Oh Jesus, Tom. Oh, I mean the bar was low. No sacking. I don't wish that on him. I don't wish that on him at all.
I don't wish that on him, but
no,
he's in his 70s.
Yeah, no. For God's sake. They've got Eze. They've still got Elise for as long as they have.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be okay. Palace. I reckon they'll be all right. And then 12th. Yeah, I know I've gone in but I've gone for Burnley just from the point of view, Tom, that for the last 10 seasons, the club that wins the championship and then gets promoted have always stayed up and then done really well. It's the second seasons where they drop off. But the first season they know, and I think Company's got enough there, and he's got a philosophy there that will get points from certain teams. I'm with you. I don't know if he'll scrape lots against the big sides, but he'll beat those. Like I've got this 12 to 20. Like I said, I think he'll get his points against this lot to maintain it, mate.
Yeah, like I said, I've put Burnley 16th. They could easily finish 12th, or I've put West Ham, and West Ham could finish 16th. There's not going to be a lot between these teams, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want to do 11th to 7th, and then do the top 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 11th, I've got for Palace. Again, I just think there's 9 teams worse than them. Not because 11th, you think, they're going to have a really good season. I don't think they're going to have a really good season. I just think there's going to be 9 teams worse than them. So I've got Palace in 11th, Brentford in 10th. Whatever, innit? I've gone, so you want me to go up to 7th, yeah?
Yeah.
So I've got 9th, Tottenham Hotspur. I'm not, they're probably going to keep Kane because he's got no ambition. But, I can see that Ange.
Postecoglou.
Yeah, they've not really bought anyone. I just don't think you're going to do it. There's just better teams than you. I've got 8th. I've actually gone for Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
I think there'll be a slight drop off, but later on you'll see why. I've gone 7th. I've gone for Aston Villa.
Nice.
I've jumped on the hype train. They'll probably finish 14th. But I've jumped on and just think, yeah, go on, Villa, up the villains.
Yeah.
Is that the nickname?
That is.
It's a terrible nickname.
So
up
for
the
me,
criminals.
For me, 11th, I've gone for Brentford.
Yeah.
I'm like you. Without Ivan Toney, I don't think they'll push up that next bit. But they've
Yeah.
still, they've got Mbuemo, they've got Wissa, they've got that Norsgaard, they've got enough, players there to get them points like they will.
Yeah,
And
they've got a really good manager as well.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they're like a solid Premier League side now.
Yeah.
Obviously Raya. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Obviously Raya leaving. I don't know how good this is. It Flecken? I think it is who they've signed. I don't know how good he is compared to Raya, but yeah, he's going to have to be good because David Raya was so
not as good.
So
I've always
solid.
said that Ray is world class.
Oh, he is, mate. He is. 10th, I've done Fulham.
Oh God!
I know.
Yeah.
I just think they're going to have a solid season. Even if Mitrovic and what's his name, manager there, Marco Silva. That's it.
Well, I think he's committed now. He turned down Saudi, didn't he?
Okay.
So I think he's staying.
Yeah,
but Mitrovic is desperate to get like £50 million a year.
Yeah, but he's turned them down this week. You know what Saudi's like. They're just they'll
double his weight. Double his wages.
They'll just they'll just quadruple what they offered you a week later to get you to.
Yeah.
Ninth, I've done Villa again, like you. There's an obvious reason why I've put Villa so low. Eighth, I've done the Spurs.
Okay.
For me, I like Ange Postecoglou. I know I shouldn't now. I don't like him as much as I used to now. But I think he's a good manager. He does play good football, but it's very reminiscent of when De Boer went to Palace. You're asking idiots to play, a certain. I mean, they're not going to be a back three side anymore that play wing backs. They're not.
Yeah.
Thank God Perisic isn't going to play anymore. So they're gonna go to a back four. But that's the thing that for me they still don't have to defend. Even after signing this Mickey van der Ven, you're still short at centre back. As much as I enjoy watching that expressions guy to laugh at him, I do find him entertaining. He said that Tottenham's defence are condoms with holes in. So if that's what their own fans think, I'm taking my bias hat off as best as I can. But yeah, I can't. I mean, if they get top six, I think they've had a brilliant season. I know that sounds condescending as an Arsenal fan, but honestly,
genuinely,
they should be.
It's an improvement from last season. They finished 8th.
Yeah,
so it'd be an improvement.
Yeah,
that's a good season.
But they should be bloody chuffed if they get top six. Like they should be really happy with top six.
Well, I just think. Where did you put them 8th?
Yeah.
I just think they're the most ridiculously run club I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's like, look, if you don't want to sell Kane, just say no. We're not selling him, right? Don't get your tassels out and start teasing Bayern. Can't spend that much money. They can't afford him. Just let Ant go. Yeah, I've got him. He's in my plans. I'm going to do my stuff. Right? Don't just lead him on.
I do love how they're like, yeah, we're giving you this deadline, so you need to do it by this deadline. They do it by the deadline, and then he's gone to Miami with his fan, didn't he? He went on holiday instead. It's just like. I'm like, you are a head case, mate. You are, like you said.
Yeah. But Bayern are no better, though, because they went, this is our final offer. It's like, all right, it's rejected. We'll carry on negotiating.
Yeah.
So it's not your final offer, then, is
it? It's our first final offer. We're gonna do 2 or 3 more.
It's the draft version of our final offer.
Yeah. And 7th for me, I've gone Brighton. I'm still backing Brighton. I think they've done good business. I look at this João Pedro that was I think he was at Watford and he's come here. He looks like all the time we've said, if minute Brighton get someone to score goals, they'll be even better than they are. And I think he's class. You know how much I love Matoma. I don't think there's any winger quicker than him in the league.
Yeah,
I think you'd be very hard pressed to find someone that can beat him in a foot race. Solly March does solid for them, get some goals.
So they signed that. I don't want to say his name because I'll butcher it. But the one from the free one from, is it Mahood?
Mahand? Yes, Mahand. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
he,
he's.
he looks quite tasty as well. Yeah.
I'm sure haven't they signed not Milner.
Yes.
I'm sure they've, yeah, but they have signed Milner, but I'm
Yeah.
sure they've signed like a decent centre mid as well. Or they were linked with one because maybe probably Casido. Well, I don't know if he's going to go, to be honest.
I think he will. Okay, Tom, top six, please.
Do you want me to just do six and then explain, and then you could do your six,
Yeah, let's do it.
your
Let's do it.
sixth?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we'll just go one at a time, yeah?
Yeah.
My sixth place, Manchester United. You know, I I don't think they've had a good transfer window. Whatever that are people go on about Arsenal fans. They are the most irritating fans in the world. The United fans, right? I don't think they've upgraded anything. You know, you've paid 72 million for a striker who scored 9 goals in Italy. He could be good, but that's not what United need. And I'm sorry, but the football they play is rubbish. It is Stoke. It is Stoke. I don't know why they're so obsessed with having a goalkeeper who can play it from the back. But we need a goalkeeper. We need to play it from the back. Basically, what they mean is we need him to pass to the centre back. He's going to pass it back to the goalkeeper. He'll pass it to the other centre back. He'll pass it to the full back. He'll pass it back to the centre back. Then he'll hoof it over the top, and hopefully it's a good enough ball that Rashford could get on the end of it. That is that honestly, that is their football. And I don't care what anyone said. That is Ten Hag ball. And it's not. It's either that or it's that. That's like when they're like against a rubbish team. That's how they play against a rubbish team. And when they play a good team, it's just counter attack football. It's like your football is dreadful, and I hope you get found out this season.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I think that's a fair. I think it's a fair assessment. For me, it's not football that I would enjoy watching. And I agree. I don't think Onana is as bad as people are making him out to be.
No, I don't think he's a bad goalkeeper at all.
But I look at Mount and I think you weren't cutting it at Chelsea. So how does that all of a sudden make you good for Man United?
Yeah.
And then again, like you, I don't know how good this Højlund can be, and it's a lot of money on potential. You know, for me, I think Man United that they should be looking at buying Kane. For me, they need the finished art. They need someone that's the finished article now. They don't need someone that's potential.
Yeah, and genuinely, even though I think their football's rubbish, I think if they had bought Kane, I'd be going. They could win the league because he makes that much of a difference. But without him,
I would say that. Yeah, I'd say they're up. I'd say they're up there for the league if they had Kane. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. But again, they go on about Ten Hag's ID as well. he only ever buys players that are Dutch.
Yeah.
That he knows from the Dutch league. That he knows from being at Bayern.
Yeah.
Or they used to play for Ajax.
Yeah, or they're just a big name.
Well, it's not even.
He just knows their name.
It's not even that. It's not even that. Martinez and Anthony both played for him for Ajax.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else they bought in the. Malacia was from. He's Dutch.
PSV, wasn't he?
Yeah. Weghorst, Dutch. Sabitzer, he knew from when he was at Bayern.
Yeah.
This summer, Mount. He used to play for that VV Venlo against him.
Yeah.
So he knows him from when he was in Holland.
Yeah.
What is it? Onana was his keeper at Ajax.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This Højlund breaks it a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's not. The talent ID is very reminiscent of the talent ID that Harry Redknapp used to have and get slagged off for. I just buy all my old players.
Yeah. Yeah. No, completely agree. I don't know where United get this idea that they all go, oh yeah, but he's really good at nurturing young players. So what are you talking about? Who's he done that for?
Yeah.
Like who's he done that for? I haven't seen any evidence of this.
Yeah, I will admit that Garnacho does look amazing. But
but it's nothing to do with Ten Hag.
No, I think he would have made it regardless of who the manager is there. To be fair,
and I think he come up in the Atletico Madrid's academy anyway. He come up through Spain and he went to United, so it's not even like he's a homegrown talent from United.
Yeah. Sick for me, Tom. I've done the Scousers.
Oh, okay.
And reason being, I think it's very, very rare that a team that's done that Thursday, Sunday football's got into the top four. I don't know many of them that have been in the Europa League and then managed to get in to the top four that same season.
I could tell you one last season, mate, who who nearly won the league.
Yes. Yeah, but we got knocked out very early. I think I can see Liverpool going far in the Europa.
Wait, were United in Europa League?
Yeah, but I look at Liverpool as well, and they're another one. I just think offensively, they are incredible. They've got everything. They got everything you could want, but their midfield, based on now, Curtis Jones at the weekend is potentially playing as their number 6 against Chelsea.
Overrated.
On transition, I'm like, you're going to get slapped.
Yeah.
Trent's going to be at right back. He's going to get slapped. Just with them two, they are. They're going to get.
Yeah. No,
if they're not if they might get lucky.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I think you could get a pasting at the weekend if you're not careful, like and a bad one as well, like a big pasting. So I think they're going to struggle, mate. I really do. I even with Lavia, I think it's so much pressure to make him a starting number 6. And
what is he, 19, 20?
Yeah, 19. And again, as well, as much as, we can have this massive debate about Henderson, but I don't really want to go there. And then Fabinho as well. They're two big sort of influential players for them for so long. To take them straight out, I don't see Liverpool doing the big bits, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I mean,
in the league, anyway.
Yeah, it's just for me, Liverpool. I just didn't want to put United above Liverpool. I just think it's funny how they're like, we're rebuilding. It's like you've like got rid of like your whole midfield. So they lost. They're not the best players, but obviously they got rid of Milner, Fabinho, Henderson, Keita. Firmino's gone. It's like, and you've got two. Personally, I might get cooked for this, but I actually don't rate McAllister that highly as everyone else does.
No, you said this last season, so it's nothing new.
I don't see what maybe I don't watch enough Brighton or something, but whenever I've seen him play, I just don't see what people are going crazy about. And obviously the Schloberschlei, I think he's got an incredible left foot, but it's he's never really done anything in the Champions. He's never been a standout at any club he's been at. So I just think that's a bit of a gamble. And I just don't think you can get rid of Fabinho and Henderson in the same season. Like, you get rid of one, keep another one, please. It's just not going to happen with Saudi money though going around. You're not going to say, we just need you for the transitions to sit on the bench for a year. Yeah. And when they go, well, actually, I could go to Saudi and earn 700 grand a week, mate. Why would I do this?
Exactly. And it's like I said, that Konate and Van Dijk, I think, is a solid partnership. But if one of them goes down, it's like us last season when we lost Saliba last season, it lost us the league. People go, was it really one player? I was like, yes, because that one player then affected how 3 or 4 other players started playing, because they had to drop deeper 10 or 15 yards to accommodate Rob Holding, who, let's be honest, it's not his fault, but he's just not at the level of the player. I look at Gomez and I look at Matip, and I'm like, I don't see with you two. I don't see it. I think they're dreadful, both of them, if I'm being honest. And I think Liverpool fans would agree with me on that.
Yeah. I'm slagging them off, so they don't have the depth, but yeah, we'll crack on with the predictions.
Yes, yeah. Fifth, Tom. You got the fifth.
Newcastle.
Oh, brilliant! No, you got the same as me. You got the same as me. Yeah. So
I just think fifth. I think fifth, whilst playing in the Champions League, will be a brilliant season for Newcastle.
Well, it gets some Champions League again. Remember, 5th place gets Champions League.
That's right. Yeah. So, I think 5th, Champions League football, being in the Champions League. I think personally, I think they could go quite far in the Champions League. I think they'll be quite excited for it. they're playing their little hearts out. It's just whether they just don't really have the depth at the minute. That they've got a good start at 11, then it just drops. Just drops off a cliff after that. I don't buy all this people going, oh, yeah, well, of course they're going to do that. They spent all this money. So they haven't really. They've not gone full City and just splurged all loads of hundreds of millions of pounds on anyone they could get their hands on. They've done it the right way. I don't agree with the ownership, but they've done it right. I think they're going to have a good. I think fifth would be a really good season.
I think everybody they buy is sensible, in my opinion.
Mm.
I mean, Isaac I thought was a brilliant buy.
Yeah.
Trippier I thought was a good buy. Pope was a good buy. I look at what they've done this summer. Tonali, he looks. If he stays past January, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
He looks like he would rather be anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
But Newcastle. To me, it looks like he's gone to the supermarket with his missus. And now that they do those Yorkshire pudding filled lasagna filled Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah, yeah.
He's seen one of them and just lost it. He's like, no, I don't want to be around these people.
Yeah.
Because there's blatantly people in Newcastle that go out on the lash, and they're like, well, yeah, I'm gonna have me lasagna Yorkshire pudding, man. And he's like, no, I'm not having a lasagna Yorkshire pudding. You're mental. I'm not doing it. And it's upset him.
Yeah.
He's took it like, when you cut pasta in front, spaghetti, in front of an Italian. It's
just
sacrilege. Yeah. I just think he's had enough already.
Yeah.
But I do like Harvey Barnes. I think I would have took Harvey Barnes at Arsenal, but he's obviously not a player that's
I wouldn't, but
yeah,
I think he's perfect for Eddie Howe. I don't think he's as good as a player as people think he is, but I think he's the perfect player for Eddie Howe.
Oh, see, I really rate him. And then I
would have been distraught if we bought him.
and then I rate Tino Livramento as well. I think he's a very good.
Yeah,
he's not. Player. And then now he's not Timber, but I think he's a good player. I do like him. I do like Tino Livramento as well. But I keep reading and seeing stuff as well that they've looked at the under-21s Euros where Anthony Gordon played as the false nine. And they're thinking, I'm like, you can't play him as a striker in this league. I said, he's not. No, you got to remember the under-21s Euros. He's against other under-21. Yeah. I'm like, you play him up against men. He's gonna get slapped. I keep using that.
If anyone is taking anything from that under-21s England team, I just think you just don't know anything about football. It's like if they didn't win that under-21s Euros, it would have been the biggest failure in football history. So you basically had a squad of fully fledged Premier League players playing against players who just no one's ever heard of.
Yeah,
they had to win it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, fourth, Tom. Who's finishing fourth?
Despite what I said earlier, Liverpool. I personally, I think they're going to sack off every other competition and just try and get back into the top four, but top five will do. I think they'll have a better season, but realistically, I think it'll still be a pretty poor season for them.
Okay, I've done United as
fourth. We are cooking.
Yeah, no, I again I agree with the same as you, but I do think that champagne Stoke style. I know it upsets them so much, but they're going to get wins, mate. They're going to beat the individual quality is so high. It was like before Conte at Spurs went sour, and they would be they would win every year. City home and away, they'd get the 6 points. They'd get 6 points versus Liverpool. They'd get 6 points versus us. It just used to be so annoying.
Yeah,
but it was like they're annoyingly efficient, if that's the right sort of. Do you know what I mean?
I can see it. I don't get all this. Oh, they're going to push for the title this season. I don't. They're really not any better.
Yeah,
I put them sixth just to annoy them.
Yeah, like we said,
we watch this.
Like we said, there's 3 weeks of the transfer window left.
Yeah,
if they pulled something out the hat, then
nothing unless they buy Kane, nothing will change. I know
Yeah,
You
I
know,
do agree.
I like Mark Goldbridge, but I know he's going mad on Twitter at the minute because, oh, we're going to get Amrabat. We're going to
Yeah,
get
another
we're
another
linked with
another player,
Pavard.
another player, two players that Ten Hag used to manage.
Yeah, and
Both of them.
is it Tosibo or something?
Oh,
Tosibo or something? Don't know
Tapsoba,
who he
is he the
is.
centre back?
He's probably something to do
Yeah.
with Dutch football. But yeah,
I was going to say
any of them.
Toshiba make computers, don't they?
Yeah. But is it any like if they signed all of them three players? I'm thinking it's not none of that scares. The only thing that scares me is Hodgland, Holland,
Yeah.
because he could be a menace.
Mm.
But I just hope he isn't because I just like to, we all like to see United players flop.
Yeah. Okay. Third, please, Tom.
Which they tend to do, by the way.
Yeah. Third, mate.
Third place, I have gone. I hope it's the same as yours because there's no way you can put them higher than third. Chelsea.
It's the same as me.
Yeah, I think this season, I think Poch will get a tune out of them this season, and then what Chelsea do, he'll get a tune out of them. They'll lose two of their first 10 games the season after, and he'll get sacked.
Yeah,
but I think he'll get him play. I think genuinely Chelsea fans. I don't know. They were a bit pessimistic, but I think they're a bit more optimistic after pre-season. But I think they got a pretty good young squad. I'm not a Mudryk hater. I actually think he's a really good player. I actually am gutted Arsenal didn't buy him. I think the only thing I put them third, and then I heard about Nkunku. He's going to be out for a few months. I thought, so it's just I think they could come third if everything clicks for them young players. I think they could do. I don't think they'll be challenging the top two. I think it would much be the same as this season. But I think they'll be better than. I think they'll be much better than Liverpool and United, and a much better season than last.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that Colwill looks brilliant. He looked brilliant at Brighton last season. So he's a good defender, good young defender. They got Sanchez in goal now, who's a much better goalkeeper than Kepa. I don't think Sanchez is amazing, but he's better than Kepa was.
Yeah.
And then like you, Mudryk. They've got Sterling on his day.
Madueke's a brilliant player.
Madueke's a great player. Yeah, I like
that Jackson, that striker they've bought looks a bit. He looks a bit like he could be a bit mental.
They still need another one. I look at this Lukaku and Vlahovic thing, and Vlahovic for me is one where it could go. It's very easy to say because you cover both your bases, but it could go one of two ways. He could be an absolute travesty, or he could be like a Haaland and just score
an absolute revelation.
You just don't know. You just don't know.
I think that the only issue Chelsea have is their midfield.
I was just about to say the same thing.
They are so light in midfield. I don't even think they have a good starting midfield, really. They've got Enzo Fernandez. That's about it. I can't think of who else plays in midfield for them, to be honest. I just think they're so weak in midfield.
I was just about to say Chumbawamba, but it's Chumbawamba. Yeah, the guy that was from Villa. Chumbawamba. Yeah.
So I do rate Poch as a manager.
Yeah.
I think he unlike Ten Hag, I think Poch is actually good with young players.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I said to you just a minute ago when you said about Man United being sixth and how much of a failure that would be.
Yeah.
Chelsea with no Europe, spending what they're spending, and they're going to spend more. Do not be shocked if by the end of the window they've got an Mbappe or a Neymar, because they're just he's nuts. He is absolutely he is mental.
He is playing champion football manager.
Yeah. And he's done the cheat where he's got infinite money.
Yeah.
So if they don't get top four, that they've flopped it big time. I don't know if you would sack Pochettino for it, but you flop big time if Chelsea don't get top four.
They can't keep sacking managers. I think they just have to let him go.
Yeah, but that's their model. Yeah,
I know it's
to keep sacking
model, but they just have to give Poch the whole season, and then if he does rubbish I agree. I think if they don't get in the top five to get Champions League, they can't get the top five after
Yeah.
spending, probably £1.5 billion.
I keep forgetting it. I know I kept telling you it's fifth. Yeah, I forget. Yeah, yeah,
I think you're right. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure
It
you're
is.
right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no,
Because the
no.
season, the season
Yeah,
after this one, it changes, doesn't it?
yeah. They
Like the
keep
competition.
they keep adding teams. It's going to be like 2 group stages again. Why?
No,
Why?
it's going to be like a league table, isn't it?
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah, it's like a league table, and you
Oh,
play like 4 random teams away and 4 random teams at home.
I'll just make it straight knockout for God's sake.
Yeah,
Much easier.
yeah. Grow up.
Okay, Tom. This is it now. Who's not? Who's finishing second? Who's finishing first? Loser. Go on.
I have gone. My reasoning behind this is because no one has won it 4 times in a row. So I've put Manchester City to be the number one loser, and I put them second place.
You've done the same as me. You've done the same as me.
Yeah, you know, I agree with the rival fans. I don't trust Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I think
we're gonna get cooked because they're gonna be like, you bias.
It's not. No, do you know what though? For me, City in the transfer window, they've got worse. And as you'll see from my next prediction, so who's going to win the cups, I think it's no one's ever won the league 4 times in a row. There's a reason. They won the Champions League last season. I think they may feel like they want to hold on to that more than the Premier League for a 4th time in a row. I think it's mad to say, but I think their squad is the options they've got to bring on. I think Kovacic is a good player, but he's nowhere near Gundogan. They've lost Mahrez, who for me was like one of the top 5 wingers in Premier League history. And it just doesn't seem like they're going to spend much money. I don't know whether these charges are holding them back a bit or what's going on, but they've not replaced these players properly. So yeah, I think they'll focus on something else, and I think that will be our chance to nip in. And honestly, I feel like if we don't win the league after the money we've spent, it's a bad season.
I'm with you. I think
Yeah.
I think you got to look at it and go, can you still, if we don't win the league and we don't win any of the cups, I know we're getting very Arsenal centric now. I think you got to look at Arteta and go, sorry, mate.
Yeah, yeah,
I think you got to have that hard convo.
Yeah, I genuinely I'm not doing it to sound biased.
No,
I genuinely think if there's other people doing these lists, they should be putting Arsenal first to say, no, you just spent 105 million on Rice.
Yeah.
Well, if it's like 200, nearly 300 million or something we've spent.
I believe Neville has literally put Arsenal for this same reason.
Yeah, I mean, we were that close to the title last season. You've invested massively.
Yeah.
Your rivals have got worse, and I think De Bruyne is in his 30s. If he gets injured, they're in big trouble.
Yeah.
He's got an injury record and he's older. I just think they've got worse. We have got better in theory. I just think I'm sorry, but we have to win the league.
Yeah, yeah.
If I think I would accept if we don't win the league, we have to go really far in the Champions League. If we go far in the Champions League, come second, but it has to be a really close second. It can't be none of this. Look what happened last season. It has to be, if we lose the league, it has to be last game of the season. Something like that,
Yeah, or goal difference or something.
Yeah, it has to come down to that. We cannot be finishing we can't be finishing more than if we finish 5 points behind whoever with City, I'm like, nah, sorry, you can't be that's disgusting.
Yeah, and again, you make a great point there. I do rate Kovacic as a player, and I'm trying to remember what podcast I heard it on now. But they said that he's not played more than 25 league games in a season since 2015. That for me is worrying. because
Yeah.
I don't think, you've just said there that you think Riyad Mahrez was in the top 5 wingers of all time in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In terms of, and again, another phrase that the cool kids use, clutch players.
Yeah. Yeah.
For whatever reason, the last 10 or so games of the season, Gundogan just used to go insane.
Yeah.
It used to be like when, Michael, I've watched The Last Dance when it was for playoffs with Michael Jordan. I've seen Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. When it was the playoffs, they just become superhuman type of people.
Yeah.
Because they're like, no, this is it now. This is like medals or no medals. And I think losing Gundogan, as much as Barcelona can't register him, so he could potentially be a free agent. He could move to somebody else. He could go back to City, Tom. You just don't know.
He could come to Arsenal.
He could go anywhere he likes. He's a free agent. I look at it and think, I look at their squad, and as much, obviously there's so many elite players there, but that real sort of clutch midfield, we keep going on about the midfields a lot.
Yeah.
Even Paqueta, who I rate, he's not that guy. He's not that kind of player.
So, yeah.
Foden,
no, yeah.
Foden, I rate. He's not that kind of midfielder like Gundogan was.
No, I mean, yeah, it may be a cool phrase, but clutch is exactly the word to describe Gundogan.
Yeah. Yeah, and then again, we keep doing it. I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you loads tonight. It's probably not making for a good video for people. I'm sorry. I think, like you, realistically, the money Arsenal have spent not winning the league is a joke. It is an absolute joke. And again, I get feelings. And in the 6 or so years that we've done these videos, I've never picked Arsenal to win the title. But for some reason, I just feel like this year we're going to.
Yeah, I think we have to.
Like it's a feeling. It's just
yeah.
People might go, "Oh, so what? It's just Vibes FC." I'm like, literally, yeah. Because last season, the first 11 for 30 weeks were, I'll swear, they were shit hot, Tom, weren't they? They were shit hot. And then when it started to dwindle, and again, it was another thing with Arteta. He didn't trust more than 13 players that he had at his disposal.
No.
Now he literally has 20 players where he can swap and interchange them as much as he likes. And there isn't any real quality drop-off.
No. But yeah, the squad depth is a lot better.
The biggest hole that you can really point to would be if Saka got a massive long-term injury, who would you play as the right winger? Because I don't believe Reece Nelson's that guy. Now, I'm willing to give him more than
he's injured as well.
Well, I'm willing to give him more than 171 minutes to prove to me that he's that guy, because you've just renewed him on $100,000 a week.
Yeah.
But sorry, it might even be. I think it's $100,000 a week he got renewed on. So that's the only glaring weakness for me in terms of depth for Arsenal. I think everybody. I mean, Havertz is going to be judged on the goals he scores. If you look at the game on Sunday, just quick, I didn't think he did anything bad other than he didn't take the chances that he had. But that's what he's going to be judged on, especially if we play him up front. He's going to be judged on how many goals he scores. But I think in terms of holding up the play and everything else, I thought he was quality. In terms of holding it up and linking and winning aerial balls that I've never seen Arsenal ping long ball. I know we've slated Man United for it. Sorry, I'm going to stink. Cheers. I know we've slated Man United for it, but there is a time where sometimes just going direct, you can't play it on the floor all the time. If we're playing a long ball for the whole game, yes, I'm going to get wound up. But sometimes you've got to throw one in there every now and then. And I think the depth for us now is crazy. And I do believe it's enough to take us to the promised land, which is winning the league.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not on board with, whether you don't win the league, but, you just have to win a cup. No. If we won the FA Cup and the League Cup, but finish third or something, I'd be like, nah, it's not good enough. It has to be. You can't spend that money.
Ruthless settings. I like it. I do like it.
Yeah, I just don't think, like say with the Champions League, you can't spend that money. You've got, like you say, the depth of the squad, the quality of the squad is a lot better than it was when you finished 5 points behind City. So now you've got to close the gap. And I think yeah, honestly, I think City's drop. It won't be massive, but I think their drop off. They will drop off a bit, and I feel like if we get, what do we finish up with 84 points? I feel like next season if we got 87 points, I feel like we'd win the league. So we don't even have to improve that much. I don't think. I think we've got with
Yeah,
one
no,
extra
it's a
game,
good shout. It's a good shout.
and I think we could win the league. But yeah, that is how the table's going to end.
I like it. I like it.
100%.
Okay, Tom, let's get into the next bit,
Yeah.
which is all the awards and the cups.
Yeah.
So straight away, I think this is a pointless one, but we're going to do it anyway. Golden Boot, please, Tom.
Yeah, I've not even written it down. Haaland.
Yeah, same as me. Nice and easy. Player of the year, please, Tom.
I have done this based on Arsenal winning the league. I've gone for the Arsenal captain, Martin Odegaard.
Oh, mate, great shout. You know what? I looked at this for ages, and I had Odegaard. Then I also thought with Arsenal winning the league, Saliba.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they normally favour the attackers and they favour the goals. And even though Man City are going to finish second, Haaland's probably he's probably going to break he's probably going to break the all-time record, because I don't think he beat Andy Cole's league record, did he, for the season? I think he's still got that to do.
I'm not sure.
So I think he'll probably do it, and then he'll get Player of the Year because he's done that. So I've done Haaland, but yeah, I think Odegaard is a great shout, mate.
Yeah, I just feel like Odegaard every season he's got better.
Oh, he's classy.
What did he get? 15 goals? No penalties?
There's still Arsenal fans that don't rate him. They're meant.
Oh,
I
rated him when we had him. I absolutely loved him when we had him on loan.
Yeah.
And people going, "Oh no, he's rubbish."
Yeah.
Now he's our captain.
Yeah.
I think if we win the league, which we should be doing, I think Odegaard ends up like Saka last season. I think Odegaard will get double figures, goals and assists.
Mm-hmm.
I think Saka will do it again, goals and assists, double figures. And I think that's what will take us to the title.
Lovely. Okay, young player of the year, Tom. I'm going to have a guess who it is because you've just said. I think you've just said it before.
Did I?
Well,
I don't think I have. No, you might be shocked.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go back on the back. I think there's a whole hype train around this. I've gone for Levi Colwill because he's English.
Yeah.
And there's a whole hype train. I think he's a good player. I think he's massively overrated. And that's normally what wins you one of these awards.
Yeah. I have
Apart from Odegaard, who's not overrated.
I have gone for Bukayo Saka. Second year in a row, I'm going to back him. I think he's got to win one. He's got to win one, surely.
It is boring that they just give the player of the. I don't think Haaland should have won player of the season this year, because Kane. Sorry, but Kane. Whatever anyone said, Kane is a better player than Haaland. Haaland's a better striker. Kane is a better player. Yeah, there's better players than if Haaland gets anywhere, he will get near the Ballon d'Or this season. But he should not be in the top 3 of the Ballon d'Or.
Do you think?
But he will be because he scored a lot of goals. He doesn't do anything else.
I think he's going to win it.
I think he will. I think Messi has to win it. But yeah, I think Haaland will probably come second.
Oh yeah, Messi. Yeah, they might give it to Messi.
Messi won the World Cup.
Yeah, that's a point. Yeah, it's probably Messi's. Yeah, no, you're right.
They love Messi.
You're right. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, you've got me there. All right. FA Cup, Tom. Go on.
I've gone for Newcastle.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, a few other people have actually on some of the other podcasts I've been listening to. Reasoning?
They did well in the League Cup this year. It's no big loss losing the League Cup. Winning the League Cup doesn't even get you in the Charity Shield, so it's worthless. So therefore, we had a better season than United. Actually, you go, oh, we finished third and won a trophy, so we had a better season. Well, did you get a chance to win the Community Shield, lads? No, you didn't. So get out, get out. I think Newcastle, from their run, I think they'll be well up for a cup this season. And maybe sort of on the same lines as maybe Arsenal. I feel like Newcastle, they have to win something. I think the
That's
FA
fair.
Cup could be
That's fair.
theirs.
That's fair. I have picked this again. I haven't really got any real thinking behind it. I've looked at it and thought about it. Gone for Chelsea, Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah. I can't see. I could just see Poch winning something in his first season, so that they can, they're a very loud fan base. Like CFC Tubbs. I think Elon Musk has actually banned it. I know he's unbanned loads of it, but I think CFC Tubbs has been perma-banned by Elon now. And yeah, I could just see them with him winning the FA Cup, so they could go, "Oh, he's won it in his first season, like
Yeah.
I said."
yeah.
So get that bloody Astrid wet if she's not under a table. So screw. Oh,
She's recovered from
what a
from
load of
concussion.
rubbish that was. I mean, the stuff she filmed, she's good at faking it, and that's not just going for a table either. League Cup, Tom.
Well, I agree with you on the Chelsea part, but a different cup. I think they're with the League Cup. Like I said, I think they've got a young squad. They've got a lot of good attackers, and I think that's perfect for the League Cup.
Yeah.
So off you go.
So yeah, again, annoying people and annoying fan bases. Turn off your TikToks, especially for these Irish accounts, because Liverpool are going to win. Liverpool are going to win the League Cup.
I just don't think Liverpool have any depth to win anything. Despite me saying they're going to come fourth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did say, like I said, I think they're going to sack off all the cup competitions and just try and get Champions League.
Yeah. Okay. The Europa Conference League, Tom. Who's winning it?
Oh, the conference.
Yeah.
The only team that I am sure are in it.
Yeah.
Aston Villa.
Same as me. Good evening. You've got to back Emery.
Yeah.
in a lower tier UEFA competition.
Yeah.
And I can't lie, mate. Buendia, Diaby, Bailey.
Oh God, yeah.
Watkins, John McGinn on his day as a player.
Again, if you're not winning the Conference League that West Ham won last season with that squad, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Europa League, Tom. Who's winning that?
Yeah, as I said earlier, I'll put Brighton 8th because I think they're going to focus on Europa League.
Same as me.
Yeah.
I think if Liverpool don't win it, they should be ashamed of themselves. But Brighton always beat Liverpool in cups, so I'm going Brighton. I think
I nearly went for Liverpool, but then I thought, no, they've not got any depth.
Yeah.
So I just thought Brighton can afford, because Europa League will get you Champions League, but still, won't it? And I think, do you know what, Brighton? Just go. I looked at the teams on there. I thought, who's even in the Europa League? And I thought, nah, I'm sorry, but none of them are better than Brighton. I think go and win the Europa League, get Champions League football, 6 English teams in the Champions League. We take it over. It's the Super League, which we didn't want, but here it is.
Yeah. Okay. Who's winning the Champions League, Tom? I think part of me's like you've done the same as me, but go on. I've got a feeling you've done. Yeah. England. Yeah.
United.
Yeah.
As I said,
I've gone. Brexit means Brexit. We're winning all. We're not in Europe, but we're going to win all your cups.
Yeah, we're taking over.
Yeah.
We go back to the 1400s.
Yeah.
We're going to all the different lads.
Yeah.
It's in.
It's Nigel Farage's wet dream.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah. As I said, as I alluded to, I think 4 in a row is tough. You've got a worse squad. You've had the taste of the Champions League. I think you're going to be more interested in. Yeah, it's boring with the Premier League now. We'll let Arsenal do it, and they might let us do it, and we will still celebrate as if we've done an absolute madness. They're going to win the Champions League. We're going to England's taken over. None of the other leagues have got any money, so what can they do?
Yeah, it's very true.
When you got Aston Villa, they must have spent about 100 mil.
Yeah,
Villa spent 100 mil when they're in the Conference League.
Well, it's just like you said. I hate the Super League, but we are the Super League.
I genuinely, I feel like Villa could have just bought every team in the Conference League, and then just gone. Yeah, actually, I've bought all these clubs. And actually, what I'm going to do is just say, I'm just going to wipe you out. I'll just say, you're not a club anymore. So we are now the
Yeah, sorry about that, Tom. Your laptop just died. You're in full flow.
no, nothing happened.
I thought you were being so passionate that I thought you jumped up. As you jumped up, it turned the laptop off.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's got too excited.
But no, that is. I mean, yeah, we're taking over.
Yeah,
that is our predictions are 100% correct.
I can't believe. I thought to myself, as if we've done the whole Europe thing the same, this is going to be hilarious. We actually, we have. It's amazing.
We're just the best teams. Sorry, but they are just the best team.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. But yeah, Tom, is there anything you want to add before we wrap this up? Is there anything else?
No.
No.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be one of the best Premier League seasons. We're going to win the league, but also one of the worst. I feel like the gap between the top half and the bottom half is going to be so big. It's going to
be an absolute chasm.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Oh God. It'll be gaping.
Well, buckle yourselves in, everybody, and regardless of who you support, I hope you enjoy your football. Just not the games that you play Arsenal. And yeah, no, I will be on this channel more. I promise. I know I say it every year, but no, I'm motivated, Tom. I've got a real, we got a lot of new subscribers, and there's a lot of support on Twitter for me, and I feel like I will let these people down if I don't have a real go for it. So.
And if you want me to help you, I'm available, and I will plug my laptop in from now on.
Yes, I would recommend it, and yeah, I'll do the same sort of format. So I will have my Arsenal reviews, and then I will do the Premier League ones also. I know, as much as like I said earlier, I take my bias hat off, and I try and be as unbiased as I can be. I don't think, compared to some of the lunatics online, I don't think my takes are that bad. But there we go. That's
Yeah. I feel like you can accuse us of bias, but if you actually listen to what we're saying, just don't cook us. Don't cook us, but allow us to cook.
Yes.
What we're actually saying is that we we don't think Arsenal. We're not being biased to go, we're going to win the league. We're a great team. We go, no, we have to win the league. Otherwise, it's a failure.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe everyone, no matter what your bias is, everyone should be putting that pressure on Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy. I'll be happy for you United fans, Chelsea fans, Spurs fans, go, no. Do you know what? I've put Arsenal to win the league, not because I like them or want them to win the league, but because they have to. And that is the truth. And that's what we've done.
Yeah. Yeah, and also if people, like you said earlier, decide to watch our videos back, I don't think at a time there was anyone as much as you and me that were digging out Arsenal online.
Yeah.
Apart from the channel that won't be named. And that they were doing it in such a way that it wasn't even constructive. At least we were constructive with it. We weren't just, I hate this, I hate him, I hate that, I hate this,
Yeah.
There was reasoning behind it. It wasn't just, just venom.
Yeah.
But no, thank you very much, Tom, and we'll get you back, and we'll keep going. As I said, we'll keep going with the channel, mate. But appreciate if you've watched this far. Thank you very much, and leave all your predictions in the comments because I want to read them. I want to see them.
Yeah.
And I want to see how, I want to see if you do think me and Tom are lunatics. Good or bad? Good or bad? Yeah, I don't want to troll back.
Yeah.
But I will take constructive criticism.
Like
no, I'm not in a mood for a troll. I've had enough. I'm 32 in a month. No, I'm not having it.
Got to be reading then.
Yeah. I've had a rough year. I don't need a troll on top.
Yeah. In the comments, leave your bottom three, your top six.
Yeah.
The rest is fairly irrelevant.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but that's what we're. You can write your whole 20 list in the comments if you want.
Yeah.
But that's no.
Thank you.
Are we mental? Are we mental? Or do you agree?
They might say that we are, but not in terms of football, which I will agree with them.
Oh, look. So I will speak freely about my times going to therapy. I am mental. I'm heavily medicated.
But we love you for it, Tom.
But my football takes are not mental.
No,
They
no, I
might be,
do.
but they're not.
And on that note, before people will need therapy from listening to you and me, we'll wrap it up there. But no, thanks so much, Tom. I much appreciate it, man. And all the best, everybody else. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.